breaking update this morning. Currently, a meeting is underway of the NDA leaders. Prime Minister Modi, the Union Home Minister Amit Shah have arrived for this meeting. The Prime Minister is chairing this meeting to chalk out the strategy in the House. This is after day one saw multiple adjournments and the opposition leaders even coming to the spell of the House, raising multiple issues. So the opposition leaders have been protesting. They've been united against the government, and yet again, while the government went on to say that we are ready for a debate, the opposition was seen sloganeering in the parliament, after which there were multiple disruptions. Finally, the day ended with not much happening in the parliament, and today the NDA is holding a meeting. Remember, this meeting also comes amid the massive protest that's going on at Jantar Mantar. Yesterday, many of the protesters were also seen taking to the streets. They were marching towards the parliament when they were also halted by the police officials. It also led to a clash. Multiple students as well as policemen have been injured in this protest and this clash that took place. My colleague Pragya is joining us with the details of what is being decided in this meeting of the NDA. Pragya, the opposition on one hand is very, very united. There have been protests on the streets as well, clashes with the police officials. What are the details of this NDA meeting and the strategy that will be chalked out by the NDA for the parliament today?
Well, Pratika, this particular meeting is all about what the government thinking is, the thought process, and what government also wants its allies to propagate in the country and within the masses also. And this is also a direction that comes from the Prime Minister to all the MPs who are present there. Remember, there are many MPs who were part of India Alliance and now they are part of NDA, including Ashok Mittal, for that matter, Swati Maliwal. We had seen Sushmita Dev also. So all of those who have crossed over to NDA, they are also part of the meeting. So it's sort of an orientation program, I would say, for many of them, because it is here that Prime Minister speaks about the relevant issues in the country. He also speaks about a lot about the achievements that government did, because where the government lacks is that its own MPs and ministers do not brief the constituents more about the achievements of the countries, be it diplomatic victory or be it the policy reforms in a way. So this is a place where Prime Minister also keeps his thought in front of all the MPs on the relevant issue. And as the Prime Minister yesterday, when monsoon session started, he spoke about youngsters. He spoke about what kind of aspirational youth we have, without even mentioning what is happening at the CJP protest, without even mentioning what the the opposition parties are doing, despite the fact that there are many good things that the youth are doing. And this is exactly the reason why Prime Minister also mentioned the average age of Sky Route that has taken this great initiative of having the first one in the country to be a private private entity and startup in the country. But having said that, he also took a dig on the youngsters in the opposition parties, especially 56-year-old, without mentioning their name. It was a wield attack on Rahul Gandhi as well. So, Prime Minister has demarcated and differentiated, what youngsters of India and Bharat are like.
The opposition, Pragya, but you're telling us that there has been no update or a mention of the protests that are taking place. Just a moment, Pragya, I'll come back to you in just a moment. We just want to play out the Prime Minister's message for the youth. This has been posted by the BJP, and the timing of it is very interesting. At a time when there are protests, the BJP has posted a message of the Prime Minister to the youth of the country, where the Prime Minister is saying, I'm ready to dedicate my life for the youth of the country. Take a look.
ये मोदी इसलिए मेहनत करता है कि जब आप 40-45 साल के हो, जब आपके घर में बच्चे बड़े हो रहे हो, तब आप अपने बच्चों को विकसित भारत में बड़े करते देख सकें, इसलिए मैं मेरी जिंदगी खपा रहा हूं आपके बच्चों के भविष्य के लिए। ये मोदी इसलिए मेहनत करता है कि जब आप 40-45 साल के हो, जब आपके घर में बच्चे बड़े हो रहे हो, तब आप अपने बच्चों को विकसित भारत में बड़े करते देख सकें, इसलिए मैं मेरी जिंदगी खपा रहा हूं आपके बच्चों के भविष्य के लिए। ये मोदी इसलिए मेहनत करता है कि जब आप 40-45 साल के हो, जब आपके घर में बच्चे बड़े हो रहे हो, तब आप अपने बच्चों को विकसित भारत में बड़े करते देख सकें, इसलिए मैं मेरी जिंदगी खपा रहा हूं आपके आपके बच्चों के भविष्य के लिए।
Okay, so this is the message. So this is the message that has been posted by the BJP, and the timing of it is very interesting because at a time when protests are taking place. So Pragya, yesterday when the Prime Minister also before the Parliament convened, his message was very clear, and he spoke about the startup, he spoke about Make in India, and he spoke up about the youth, going on to say that the average age was 28. Today as well the BJP putting out this message from the Prime Minister where he says, I'm ready to dedicate my life to the youth.
Well, Pratibha, this is also countering a narrative that has been started by many of the opposition parties, and also the ecosystem that Prime Minister has spoken about, which is not for India. In fact, it is anti-India. So they also know, the government also realizes that this narrative is also inciting the youth against the government, its policies. And this is exactly what what BJP did to put out what Prime Minister thinks about the posterity, what Prime Minister thinks about the youth, and in fact what Prime Minister has promised the youth. In fact, Viksit Bharat in 2047 is relevant for the next generation, and Prime Minister has always focused on youth. Prime Minister has always focused on, you know, the what as a policy and as a head of the government, what is he bringing for the next generation as well. Remember when he started Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam, it is not about just a movement to start to plant more trees, but he also knows that we also need more and more trees. We need greenery, we need green environment, we need green energy, so that our generation, next coming generation, won't face what we were facing and what we are facing as a vis-a-vis pollution and all the toxicity in the atmosphere. So he's looking at every every segment and every angle of development, and also thinking about the startup India, that youngsters should not be dependent on government jobs or private jobs for that matter. They should be entrepreneurs, and this is what is reflected in the policy of Modi government, and this is the reason why, countering this narrative, BJP has put out this
what
particular.
you're telling us that the BJP wants to be very clear in its messaging that the youth of the country want to make in India, and it is about development, and they are with the country and they're not part of these protests. That's a message that the BJP wants to give out. Pragya, just a moment, stay with us. We have more breaking updates coming in. After the meeting yesterday with the CJP spokespersons, we have a reaction coming in from JP Nadda. In fact, the Union Minister has spoken to Times Now on this meeting, and he said that the meeting went fine. Listen in.
सर सीजेपी से मुलाकात कैसी रही आपकी? कुछ एश्योरेंस सर?
So this is what JP Nadda said, the Union Minister, saying the meeting was fine and these meetings are always fine. That's what he went on to say. The CJP has of course gone on to say that we have given our demands, including the resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan. And Pragya, JP Nadda's response was just very simple, that the meeting went on fine. No word on what the assurance is that has been given to the CJP protesters.
Absolutely, Pratibha. The government has not given any assurance, and in fact, they are very, they are very doubtful about the intent as well. But as a government, they need to listen to each and every citizen of the country, and this is what the government also did when CJP approached and wanted to speak to the government. Mr. JP Nadda, exactly when we posed the question to him how the meeting went, yesterday, he said that it went fine, like it always used to whenever we meet people. He's one of the calmest ministers also, and the meeting obviously went fine, but there are no assurances from the government side as of now to the CJP. Government also believes that there is no need for accepting any of the demand and for the assurances. There can be a middle way. They approach the government again, because the priority of the government is to maintain the law and order situation. They do not want this particular protest to spread to other, other states and in fact other areas also. And this is why government is also listening to these BJP protesters and those two members who met JP Nadda yesterday. But there are Pratibha, no assurances, because they know that these demands are, unreasonable for as far as government is concerned. You demand resignation of Minister Dharmendra Pradhan, which government obviously won't accept.
Look like the government is willing to concede. That's what you're telling us.
Absolutely, Amita.
Okay, so it doesn't look like the
government doesn't work
opposition
under
is
pressure.
going to concede. All right, let's talk about what is expected in the parliament. Joining us live from Vijay Chowk are Pradeep Bhandari, national spokesperson of the BJP. We have Yash Chaudhary, political analyst, and Akhil Swami, political analyst. Thank you all for joining us. Pradeep, I want to begin with you on the response of the government. You have on one hand the opposition leaders who until yesterday were bringing up multiple issues, but now there's suddenly unity among all the opposition leaders to talk about the NEET issue. Do you think that the government could have handled the entire protest differently?
The government has been extremely responsive and the government is willing to talk on all issues. But you cannot run the democracy with an anarchic mindset. And the government has clearly made it very, I think, aptly clear when the Honorable Minister met the protesters. But in the garb of the protest, if you will have stone pelting on the machinery, if you will have naare like Sansad ko khar fek denge, if you will have slogans like Article 370 will be brought back, I believe all of this points towards a larger conspiracy. We are willing to talk to all the youth. And please note that there is a youth in the country which is also taking the Indian space launch vehicle towards becoming the first space startup in the world to have the launch vehicle in the space. So there is a silent youth out there which is supporting the government's mission of development and Prime Minister Modi's vision of development. On the part of the protest, we are talking to those we have to speak to, but those who will create anarchy will face the rule of law.
Okay, so is it anarchy in the name of protest, Mr. Akhil Swami, that, the Prime Minister even yesterday had spoken about the youth of the country. Today as well, the BJP is giving out that message. So yes, there is heat from the protesters and the opposition saying that the youth of the country are angry. But the Prime Minister seems to be giving a completely different message, that the youth is with the policies of the government.
See, there is only one issue. The issue is that in last 12 years, so many paper leaks have taken place. Crores of students have suffered. 17 students in this particular case of NEET paper leak have given their life. The issue was simple. The issue was simple that the students started with a very mere demand, very simple demand, that the person who has taken the responsibility of this particular, who was responsible for this, should resign. Straight and fine. There was no gathering, there was no protest, nothing. Now the government refuses to accede to this request. When the Mumbai blast took place, so many people resigned. In UPA government, so many ministers went to jail just on suspicions, allegations. Now the basic point is that who is leading this particular situation to come? Now, anybody who has a heart, who is happily married, who has a children in the family, son or a daughter, cannot be so ruthless. Only people who are either not happily married or don't have children in the family can be so ruthless. 16, 17 years old boys and girls. And I'm so happy as a teacher. I'm so happy as a teacher.
Swami, when you say that, they have children, they are the mother and father of somebody, so are the policemen, so are the journalists. My colleagues have also been attacked. They are also mothers, they are also sons and daughters of people. They have also been attacked. So in the name of protest, in the name of this, can you be attacking the police officials who are doing their duty? They are also the fathers. They are also the mothers of children. They are being attacked.
We are criticizing the activity of police. What we are criticizing is the politicians, the corrupt politicians who are not taking the call. We are not, because the students gathered there, they are also son and daughters of these police officers and the army officers. When these police officers, senior police officers go back their home, their wives are protesting that when the students' demand is so genuine, why are you beating? And they say because the Home Minister doesn't want us to listen. We want everybody to be termed as extremist, anti-national. Farmers are anti-national, students are anti-national, the labor class is anti-national. So we are not against. That is why every protester...
Protest becomes anti-national. Is that the way the government is going to crack down on the protesters? Real protesters with real demands.
Yesterday I was watching Times Now and I saw your reporter Jyoti being heckled and kicked by these protesters. I believe no innocent student will attempt to do this with journalists, point number one. Point number two, this is NEET rank number 2 Panshu Bansal, who met the Honorable Education Minister. More than 11 lakh students have qualified NEET, which has been the highest. So the government is empathetic towards the students' concern. But yet again, I reiterate, what is Azadi Nara to do with student protest or NEET? what is Umar Khalid ko वापस से रिहा करेंगे to do with NEET. So when these slogans are raised on a march which is attempted to raise about education reforms and quote unquote NEET protests, then the suspicion will definitely rise. So the police is looking after it. On the part of the students, from the last 15 days, they have been protesting peacefully. And this is the government which, unlike the Congress government, which went in the midnight and ordered a lathi charge on Baba Ramdev and the others who were protesting, this government showed all democratic empathy to allow people to protest. Mr. Swami has a problem.
You didn't speak to the protest was going on. There was no conversation with Sonam Wangchuk.
Yesterday was the first time when they officially wrote a letter to the government, and in less than 24 hours the government met them twice. Before this they were only protesting. There is no official record or an official communication that they attempted to have with the government.
Okay, but Mr. Yash Chaudhary, do you agree that the government could have been maybe had shown some more alacrity in engaging with the protesters, then we wouldn't have seen such clashes?
Our government is doing everything what it needs to do in terms of there has been an inquiry which has been said in this thing. Government has always been open to dialogues. Prime Minister will come out today and he's saying he's standing with the youth of the country. The government's policies are all towards youth, working towards the youth, and I don't see why the government is anti-youth today. Government has done everything to make sure that the youth of this country move forward in terms of economy, in terms of sports, in terms of opportunity, be it Make in India, be it Startup India. Government has been doing everything for the youth of this country itself.
Okay, all right. So you're saying that with the youth of the country, this is a political protest. We have some reactions coming in as well. It's expected to be a stormy session today as well because the opposition has been very clear. We are going to raise the issue of these protests and the NEET paper leaks. Listen into these reactions.
राहुल गांधी जी 2 साल पहले से इन मुद्दों को उठा रहे हैं। नीट, पेपर लीक, करोड़ों भारतीयों के सपने जिस प्रकार बेचे जा रहे हैं, उनके भविष्य के साथ खिलवाड़ किया जा रहा है और ये सरकार केवल जाति, धर्म, हिंदू, मुस्लिम करके वो जिस प्रकार सत्ता में बना रहना चाहती है। कल ये बतलाया गया कि हमारे जो युवा वर्ग है वो इस तरफ से ऊपर उठ के जो बुनियादी चीजें हैं उसके लिए कल वो प्रदर्शन कर रहे थे और राहुल गांधी जी ने लगातार इन बातों को रखा है। सड़क में भी वो बात को रख रहे हैं, सदन में भी ये बात को रख रहे हैं और हमें खुशी है कि उनकी बातें आज को लोग महसूस कर रहे हैं और इस प्रकार सरकार का वो प्रतिकार कर रहे हैं।
हमारे नेता और जो राज्यसभा में लीडर हैं श्री जेपी नड्डा साहब ने उनको बुलाया, उनकी बात सुनी, उन्होंने मांगे रखी और उन्होंने आश्वासन दिया कि सरकार इसको कंसिडर करेगी। तो मुझे लगता है जब बात एक अच्छे माहौल में जा रही है तो इस तरीके का माहौल खराब नहीं करना चाहिए।
All right, we have breaking updates now coming in. The Congress MP Manikyam Tagore has moved an adjournment motion notice to demand a discussion on the use of police force against the protesting youth. The Congress party has also moved a notice to discuss NEET. My colleague Niyamika is getting us this update. So Niyamika, the opposition leaders have already condemned the police action and now the Congress MP Manikyam Tagore is also bringing in a adjournment motion. What are the details?
Well, yes, indeed. There are many opposition leaders who have moved adjournment motion notices today to discuss, to demand a discussion upon the kind of action which was being taken by the police yesterday upon the protesting youth. We have seen that how not just Mr. Manikyam Tagore but Vijay Vasant as well as the other opposition leaders from the Rajya Sabha as well, whether it is Sanjay Singh or P. Santosh Kumar, all of these leaders from the opposition side, they have moved adjournment motion notices or even the suspension of business notices in the houses, as they are basically stating that the government needs to justify that why this kind of an action has been taken against the protesting youth, whether it is about the lathi charge which was being done or usage of tear gas shells. This is unacceptable at all, and that is the only reason why they are stating that why the government is not ready to have a dialogue with these protesting youth, because they are basically raising a demand that there should be a kind of change which they need to make up regarding the education system. There is paper leaks which have taken place in this country. In fact, they are also seeking the removal of the Union Minister Dharmendra Pradhan from this particular position, because the allegation which they are making upon the Union Minister is that he has completely failed in fulfilling his duties, and that is the only reason why they are asking for a proper discussion within the parliament about this entire matter.
Okay. Okay, so so the adjournment motion is being brought in, and the government is now clear that we are ready for a debate. But on the other hand, the opposition leaders say that there should be a discussion on NEET. A lot more expected. Currently, the NDA meeting is going on. The opposition leaders are also going to be meeting to decide on their flow strategy as well. We'll get you all the details of what has been discussed in these meetings and more. Very quick break here. We'll be right back.